I don't know if you saw, but Cardi B and JT from the City Girls were beefing on Twitter. They were just going back and forth, back and forth.
Really?
It's a lot of tweets.
A lot of
tweets, yeah. They were just calling shots at each other.
Entertainment.
Yeah, true.
Hey, listen, man. Everybody, you know, at least it was on Twitter. At least they see each other in the club and it got to,
True.
You can air this shit out.
Right.
Let people see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I heard they, squashed that shit, right?
Yeah, they were talking about how they were already DMing, but yeah.
See, it was crazy. Like when I came up in hip hop, of course the Roxanne Shantae's was going against the other Roxanne Shantae, but for the most part, like the female MCs all got along. Like they was doing records like Lady's Choice, you know what I'm saying, with Queen Latifah, Moni Love, you know what I'm saying, the whole Angie Martinez. I mean, then they did the joint with Angie Martinez and Lil' Kim. Like they was always making records together back when I came up. Like the females wasn't beefing. It was just cool.
That's interesting.
So I don't think they should be beefing now. Like what's the beef? Like everybody getting money. You're all winning for the most part. Like do records together. Like bring it together. But a cat fight is a cat fight. We all like to see a cat fight.
That's interesting because we were going to say there's a long history of top female rappers not getting along. For instance, Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown were beefing 20 years ago.
Right.
The beef eventually culminated.
New York wasn't big enough for the both of them.
Really?
No, it wasn't.
That's crazy.
But you know what? Because they was in the same lane. One was rocking with Big, one was rocking with Jay-Z. They was in the same lane. They sound alike. So of course there might be a little, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Cardi B and JT, I don't think they sound alike or like there's like, what's the problem? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like, they're both top of the game right now when it comes to female rap.
Right.
The City Girls, I feel like, are super dope.
Everybody should get along, man,
Yeah.
Let's get along. Why not?
Yeah. Because the Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, the beef eventually culminated in a shooting in front of Hot 97. Do you remember that?
Nah, I think I was on tour when it happened, but I'm going to keep it real. Foxy Brown and Lil' Kim, I would have to say I like both of them equally the same.
Absolutely.
Lyrically. They both got joints, they both hot. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I wouldn't say one is hotter than the other. It's just like Jay-Z, Biggie, they both dope. Like I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's crazy because I think it was Cardi. She said, "You forgot P tried to put me on with your writer." So how do you feel about these ghostwriters and,
Ghostwriters?
I don't know about ghostwriters, but songwriters in general, maybe.
Ghostwriters
Ghostwriters
been here from the first the hip Poppy Don't Stop. Them dudes who performed that record, they didn't write it. The Sugar Hill Gang didn't write that record.
Crazy.
It was written by Grandmaster Caz and them dudes. I think I'm saying the right thing, but Ghostwriters been here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ghostwriters been here. As long as you make a hot record. Because at the end of the day, some ghostwriters can't perform it well. A lot of time people are ghostwriters because they can't perform it right. You know what I'm saying? Your biggest hip hop people that you love right now got ghostwriters. And your ghostwriter could just be a little 17-year-old dude in the studio, 15-year-old dude in the studio just feeding you shit, vibing with you. A kid might come in the studio and say a new word, right? And you take that word and run with it. He's your ghostwriter. He just, like, not knowingly, like, you just stole swag or whatever you took from this kid or whatever. So it's ghostwriters everywhere.
Damn.
Think about it.
Did you see recently Jadakiss said he actually hated ghostwriting for Diddy, really hated ghostwriting for Diddy? Well,
if he got his publishing, I'm sure he wouldn't hate it.
That's what makes it worth it.
Well, that's what you ghostwrite for,
Right.
to get publishing. Because you're in the background, you write, you get your publishing, you feed your family. You know, it's part of every rapper's process. Not every rapper, but most rappers got somebody in the studio rocking with them. And a lot of times people don't get credit for ghostwriting. So it's my man over here. He came in and said a line. Yo, I was just with the shorty at the store. Yo, she gave me a number like that. And you take that and you run with it like you just stole something. Like, people ghostwrite all the time. A lot of people don't get credit. So if Jada got his publishing, I seen that nigga neck at the verses.
Oh, it was
real icy. So I'm sure his
Is
publishing
it?
is good.
I love it.